coming down on me. Trouble far as the eye can see. My sins won't let me be. The whole world's coming down on me, yeah. The whole world's coming down on me. Trouble far as the eye can't see. My sins won't let me be. The whole world's coming down on me, yeah. Living this life just a little too fast. I run, but I can't outrun my past. I can't undo all the things I've done. It was all or nothing when my life begun, yeah. The whole world's coming down on me. Trouble far as the eye can't see. My sins won't let me be. The whole world's coming down on me, yeah. And a whole lot of strife. You just can't win when the cards are stacked, and the train won't roll when there ain't no track. The whole world's coming down on me. Trouble far as the eye can't see. My sins won't let me be. The whole world's coming down on me, yeah. Down, 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 coming down on me. The whole world's coming down on me. Trouble far as the eye can see. My sins won't let me be. The whole world's coming down on me, yeah. The whole world's coming down on me. Trouble far as the eye can't see. My sins won't let me be. The whole world's coming down on me, yeah. The whole world's coming down on me.
It's not quite a religious experience, but it's damn close.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Hello.
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 The wheel is turning, but the hamster's dead.
Seriously? You guys gotta come up with a better name. Whatever. I'm not even getting paid for this show.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio.
He'll be there to tuck you in, kiss you goodnight. Be that rock beside you when you fight the good fight. He'll hold you when dreams become your nightmares. No matter what breaks, he'll put it back together. When your car makes a funny sound, he'll spend his day off trying to figure it out. puts food on the table, makes sure the family's alright. He works as hard as his hands are rough, but his heart is as soft as his gentle touch. When your whole world comes crashing down, he'll sit there with you trying to figure it out. Honey, you gotta find the man who's gonna love you like your daddy does. Someone who'll always be there with you. If you fall, he'll pick you up. He'll help carry what's on your shoulders. It'll never be too much when you find the man who's gonna love you like your daddy does. Mama wanted me to have the best, 'cause that's just what she had. Now I'm grown up, got a family of my own, and I tell my little girl, you gotta find the man who's gonna love you like your daddy does. Someone who'll always be there with you. If you fall, he'll pick you up. He'll help carry what's on your shoulders. It'll never be too much when you find the man who's gonna love you like your daddy does.
Her name is Tara Tinsley. We had a great radio interview a while back, and that is a great song. Like Your Daddy Does is the title of that. You can find her on Facebook and Twitter at Tara Tinsley. And before that, a brand new artist debuting to KICR Indie Country Radio. Lucas Kiliberti is how I think you say his name. Hope I'm not butchering that. But the song was called Coming Down on Me, and you can find Lucas on Twitter at Lucas Loves the number 2 Sing. Lucas loves to sing. Well, I'm Tim Kelly hosting the show today. I love to talk, and I'm going to be talking to a great country music artist. We have talked before. He does a great tribute show to Mr. Johnny Cash called For the Love of Cash. His name is Gary West. He's going to be calling in here in about 23 or 24 minutes, and we're going to have a good time talking to him today. So glad to have you tuned in. Welcome to Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly. We are KICR Indie Country Radio, broadcasting from the live entertainment capital of the world in Branson, Missouri. And we've got a good live entertainment show lined up for you today. Good looking playlist as well. We want to debut a brand new artist right now. Again, Mr. Chaz Wesley. That is Chaz, C-H-A-Z-Z. Chaz Wesley. That's where you can find him on Facebook and Twitter. This is called The Love You're Not In on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I tried the whiskey, I thought it might work, been with other women, but it only got worse. I guess the bottles and the bedrooms, they didn't change a thing, 'cause I still feel the same. Tell me, how do I get out of this love you're not in? How do I tell my heart you won't be back again? And all I want to know is, honey, where do I begin? How do I get out of this love you're not in? I sold the house and I moved out of town. I thought a new start might turn things around. I tried everything that I could think of. So what can I do to that I haven't done. Tell me, how do I get out of this love you're not in? How do I tell my heart you won't be back again? And all I wanna know is, honey, where do I begin? How do I get out of this love you're not in? I tried the whiskey, I thought it might work, been with other women, but it only got worse.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
When that morning ray of light comes slipping through my window, I know everything's just right. With your head there on my pillow, it's another don't wanna go anywhere feeling that you're giving to me. Even on a Monday, you make me believe your love is like a Sunday, just like an angel shining down on me. Your love is like a Sunday, sweet as a gospel song, sung so heavenly. Your love, yeah, your love is like a Sunday. Don't worry about tomorrow or the crazy world outside, 'cause every minute you're with me, I know I'm always gonna find that peace inside. Your love is like a Sunday, just like an angel shining down on me. Your love is like a Sunday, sweet as a gospel song, sung so heavenly. Your love, yeah, your love is like a Sunday drive down the back road or on the front row of the church pew singing hallelujah, hallelujah. Your love is like a Sunday, just like an angel shining down on me. Your love is like a Sunday, sweet as a gospel song, sung so heavenly. Your love, yeah, your love, baby, your love, yeah, your love is like a Sunday, like a Sunday, like a Sunday.
That young lady is also from Missouri. She is from El Dorado Springs, Missouri, and a good friend of mine, Miss Camber Kane, and Your Love is Like a Sunday. Camber is Kamber. Camber Kane is where you can find her music on Facebook and Twitter. Well, we want to give a big shout out today to Miss Leslie Turner listening to us live, and she is a promoter for Mr. Lucas Kiliberti, who I played the very first song out of the gate today. Hope you're enjoying the show, and folks, if you are tuned in, do me a favor and tell everybody we're live on the air right now. Go to Spreaker, that is Spreaker, Spreaker.com. Just search KICR Indie Country Radio in that little gray box at the top. You'll see our live stream on the air. Double click that. Make yourself a free Spreaker account and come into our live interactive chat room. We can talk to you in there as well, and we have a lot of fun in there. So we're going to have a good time interviewing Mr. Gary West coming up here in about 15 minutes. I interviewed this next lady. She's a great Canadian artist. Her name is Kay Shelby. That is Kae. Kay Sings is where you can find her on Twitter. This is called Here I Am on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a Hump Day Wednesday.
Like the flower pushes through the rocks and towers over everything that walks through the wind and the snow and the winter as it watches the seasons come around again. Like the ember just before the fire, it won't surrender to the rain that comes at night and forever. Oh, it feels like that's where I've been. Here I am, standing on my own again. Hold on, stay strong, no matter how hard it seems. Oh, I may be on my knees. Here I am. Here I am. Impatience, quiet like a mountain. I'm waiting, waiting for the moment like an earthquake. Wake it up, finally take a turn. Here I am, standing on my own again. Hold on, stay strong, no matter how hard it seems. Oh, I'm rising to my feet. Just hold Just stay strong. Hold on, stay strong, no matter how hard it seems. Oh, I'm rising to my feet. Here I am. Here I am. Here I am. Here I am.
Here's what happens when you buy a cheap jingle. Indie Country Radio. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I was drinking my coffee this morning, tending to my business like I always do, when all of a sudden my phone started ringing. Said, did you see the post? What's his name said about you? I had had to think for a while, then I started to smile. You mean to tell me he's at it again? I guess some fools never learn a hot poker will burn. Yeah, he's acting like a squawking old hen. Well, one thing is true, he wouldn't know what to do if you took his computer away. So let the fun begin, let's all hit send, and he can see what we have to say. He's a keyboard cowboy, I don't think he's ever been out west. A keyboard cowboy, he shoots off his mouth from behind his desk. A keyboard cowboy, he puts it on Facebook, so it must be true. He's a mighty big man with his mouse in his hand, and he's coming after me and you. Here he comes! Just when you think he's all done, he'll go to bumping his gums, and it's easy for us to see. A keyboard cowboy, I don't think he's ever been out west. A keyboard cowboy, he shoots off his mouth from behind his desk. A keyboard cowboy, he puts it on Facebook, so it must be true. He's a mighty big man with his mouse in his hand, and he's coming after me and you. Talking about?
You know, I don't want to be a notch in his handle.
He's not that kind of cowboy.
Well, what kind of cowboy is he?
Why, he's just a no-account keyboard cowboy.
I'm gonna have him detained.
How do you spell detained?
D-A-T-A-N-D, detained.
I gotta ask Richard Lynch if that's his wife Donna talking there. That is absolutely awesome. I love his brand new single. It is called Keyboard Cowboy. We don't know anybody that hides behind a keyboard on Facebook, do we? And bashes people and all that kind of good stuff. Well, I'm not bashing anybody. I want to give kudos to Mr. Richard Lynch. We have interviewed 4 times. He's from Waynesville, Ohio, does traditional country music like no other, and has a radio show called Traditionally Lynch as well. You need to check it out. The Richard Lynch Band is where you can find them, Facebook and Twitter. Well, we have the Terry Douglas Band loaded up, and T. Douglas Music is where his Twitter account is. He's got a brand new single we're going to debut right now called I Think I Need Your Help. I know I need some help. They told me that a time or two anyway. On Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I think I need your help on this one, Jesus. Sid's just leaving and I'm scared she might. Maybe you could use some sort of intervention to help her turn around and see the light. I don't know just what I'd do without her. I don't want to wait around and see. I think I need your help on this one, Jesus. I swear Nothing about her to leave, that seems right. Do you think you can make her turn around, though? So if she leaves, she won't leave tonight. Usually not much good at conversation. Begging you on my bended knees. Maybe you could use your power of persuasion to help her understand she still loves me. I think I need your help on this one, Jesus. I swear it's just too heavy for me.
Today's country.
Like a hillbilly girl, come on.
Today's country.
What it's like, man, you don't know. On the side of the radio.
We got the hits. All the hits. Today's country.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I can't wait to show you where I grew up. Walk you around the foothills of my town. Probably feel like you've been there before. After hearing all the stories I've been telling you for 6 months now. We'll probably have to sleep in separate bedrooms. Pack a shirt for church because we'll go. I'm not trying to scare you off, but I just thought that we should talk a few things out before we hit the road. If I bring you home to mama, I guess I better warn ya. She falls in love a little faster than I do. And my dad will check your tires, pour your whiskey over ice and take you fishing, but pretend that he don't like you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine, but you'll be breaking more hearts than mine. My sister's gonna ask a million questions. Say anything she can to turn you red. And when you meet my high school friends, they'll buy you drinks and fill you in on all the crazy nights I can't outlive. So if I bring you home to mama, I guess I better warn ya. She falls in love a little faster than I do. And my dad will check your tires, pour your whiskey over ice and buy you dinner, but pretend that he don't like you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine, but you'll be breaking more hearts than mine. If I bring you home to mama, I guess I better warn ya. She feels every heartache I go through. And if my dad sees me crying, he'll pour some whiskey over ice and tell a lie and say he never really likes you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine, but you'll be breaking more hearts
Her name is Ingrid Andress. She is a brand new artist to Indie Country Radio, and that is a great tune called More Hearts Than Mine. You can check out the video to that one on Indie Country Television, and we appreciate everybody checking that TV channel out now. It has had almost 600 views in the last 7 days since we revamped it. So Indie Country Television can be found right on the top page of our website, IndieCountryRadio.net. Well, we're doing the radio thing today, and we are glad to have this gentleman joining us from the state of Minnesota, Mr. Gary West. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
You bet. Thanks for joining me today, man. We've talked before. It's been a while that we did our interview the first time. Glad to have you back on, and you got a brand new album out, and I've got like 10, 11 songs that I loaded into the library, and you know, it's not very often that every song is good enough to be put in there, and you're one of those artists, man. I love every one of them.
Man, thank you very much. It was it seems like it's taken a long time to get this project finished. It's had one delay after another and one catastrophe after another.
Yeah.
But and it had some surprises. And you know, at the very end of this album, we were just about finished with it, and I had an opportunity to record Jackson with Leona Williams. And for those who don't know who Leona Williams is, look her up. She was married to Merle Haggard. She's wrote some of his #1 records for him. She's a great singer and just a great lady. And so I was very fortunate to record Jackson at the last minute. So, you know, I just think that, well, maybe some of those delays, it all worked out, and, you know, everything fell in place just the way it was supposed to. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, you know, we were talking a while back. I know you had a $2,000 or $3,000 keyboard go down on you and some issues there, and had to replace some expensive equipment and just a lot of stuff, you know, and people, a lot of people, until they get into doing this, don't realize what it takes to make a record happen. But it's a lot of work, isn't it?
It's a tremendous amount of work. And you know, I thought maybe I would hand it off for the first time in years. I have a studio that I work at and I love, and I've worked with some great producers, and I just can't ever turn it over to anybody. I just don't like what they do with it, and I gotta do it myself. So tried to hand it over. I thought, well, maybe I can, and you know, it just become way too cumbersome. I just thought this will just make me just go insane. Mm-hmm. So I did get it finished, and I did it. You know, I finished the last production all myself, as I usually do. So it was a lot of fun, but it was a lot of stress too. But I'm glad it's over and we can go out and play this summer. That's what I'm ready to do.
Well, we love it so far. What I've heard is awesome, man. And you are awesome. You started this journey in music back in the 80s too, in 1988. That's the year I went to broadcasting school. So we both started, wanting to be on the radio, I guess, back then. And you've had quite a journey. You've played at the Grand Ole Opry. You've played for Mr. Little Jimmy Dickens and lots of good stuff. So you've got a good-looking bio in the world of country music.
Well, thank you. I was very fortunate. I met Tommy Cash, Johnny Cash's brother, when I was playing with a band that I formed out of high school. And we were about 4 days out of high school playing at a Sheridan Inn when I met Tommy Cash, and then, you know, it kind of went from there. I ended up playing drums with him. My band toured with him down in Texas, and that's actually how I got the name Gary West. My real name is Gerald Boger, and he said, nobody can say that name. You got to find a new name. And he introduced me as Gary West one night, and 30 days on that tour, he introduced me that same name every night. So later on that year, I moved to Nashville, and I decided to keep that name because it's a little easier to deal with. So, I went to the Grand Ole Opry playing with Dale Reeves when I first got to Nashville in '88, and I played with him for about 1.5 years, 2 years, and went back to singing. That's why I came to Nashville. I didn't even want to tell anybody I played drums, and I kept getting these great opportunities to play drums, and then I got an opportunity to play with Jimmy Dickens, and I couldn't give that up. Yeah, I got to take that. So, and then I played with the Drifting Cowboys, Hank Sr.'s original band, with Don Helms and Jerry Rivers, that played on the original Hank Williams records and Patsy Cline records, and that was probably the most wonderful thing and most wonderful experience of my music career was playing with Don Helms and Jerry Rivers.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
So I got to see a lot of country music history take place and be there when it happened. So it was really a blessing. So it's my turn. My band's all guys pretty much that played on the Opry for years, and we're out doing our thing and having a lot of fun doing it.
That is awesome. You know, I didn't get into radio. I went to broadcasting school in '88. Didn't get into radio in my first gig in Oklahoma until 1999. But everybody at the station had a radio name too. So I've been Tim Kelly since 1999, and that's not my real name either. But
and what a great time to be in radio, I think. I love those years of radio.
You know, and the 90s when Garth Brooks was just getting going, Toby Keith, Vince Gill, those guys from Oklahoma. I'd moved to Oklahoma, got married to a gal down there, lived there for 20 years. I was in Ada, Oklahoma, where Blake Shelton's from. And, you know, been to Tishomingo many times where he lives now and got a big ranch there. And, yeah, that's just what got me into country music. I'm like, man, you can understand the words and the songs tell great stories. And that's what I love about it. And I'm sure you do, too.
Absolutely. I think it's the honesty. And I think, you know, as adults, as we get older, you know, we appreciate, you know, more honest music, or at least I do. I think my fans do. That, you know, they know when they're being sold a bill of goods, you know, so to speak.
Yep.
So,
well, let's talk about that for a second, because I'm looking at something that on your website that's an interesting statement. I don't know if you wrote this bio or not, but it says there's a sense of passion and duty to carry on the music that is so revered and yet seemingly becoming extinct. What do you think of the music today that everybody blames Nashville for putting it out, but they don't put out all of it, but you know, there's a lot of music out there that people aren't too happy with that's being blasted all over mainstream radio right now.
Well, that's where the money is.
Yeah.
And it's not about talent.
Yeah,
I mean,
agree.
it is about talent to a certain degree. Of course it is. You know, times change, things change, tastes change. I mean, it's inevitable. Music is going to change. But, you know, I think it is important to preserve honest music. What I say about honest music, I'm saying, you know, not computer-generated music. You know, actually real musicians looking in each other's eyes and playing the song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I just like to see that honest music, you know, stay around and be revered and be cherished. It is something to be cherished. And
absolutely. Well, that's exactly what it finishes.
A lot of work into it.
It finishes saying that. It says Gary strives to keep a tradition alive with a growing and loyal fan base that ranges from longtime classic country fans to a whole new generation who are excited to discover this enduring music for the first time. So, you know, you've got a brand new album out. I'm just getting to hear some of these songs for the first time. But this is great traditional country music, man. You're one of the best that we have in our lineup. And I was telling you before we got on the air, I've got about 1,500 songs of these indie artists to choose from. It is hard to put a show together.
I'm sure.
And,
I'm very grateful.
Every time I get to, you know, put you in the lineup with some of your great traditional country music, it's a pleasure to listen to, man. You got it going on with that.
Well, thank you. You know, some of it's, you know, re-imaging of, you know, a lot of Cash songs and that kind of thing. And a lot of people ask me if I'm a, you know, a Johnny Cash impersonator. And it's like, no, I'm not a Johnny Cash impersonator. I love Cash music. I think we do it pretty well, and I would like to put it out there for folks to hear. And I always encourage them to buy Johnny Cash, you know, music. Not just mine. I want you to buy my CD, absolutely. But go out and buy your friends some Johnny Cash music. Buy your kids some Johnny Cash music.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, so anyway.
Well, I'll tell you what, speaking of Johnny Cash music, we've got you a video of Ring of Fire that you do, and I've got that on our television channel, Indie Country Television. And I tell folks, turn your head when that video is getting ready to play, and don't look at who's on the video, and just listen to it. And you sound so much like Johnny Cash on Ring of Fire. It's crazy. I think you resurrected him before Jesus had a chance, if that's possible.
Gosh, yeah. I hear people say that, you know, and I hear it and I listen back to it and I'm going, that doesn't sound anything like Johnny Cash. So, I don't know. You know, it's just like we did Jackson and I went in to do my part and I went in to do the first verse or second verse. I came back in and listened to it, and JD, the harmonica player that works with me, we're looking at each other. He's shaking his head. I go, what? He goes, it sounds exactly like Johnny Cash. I said, I can't do that. I said, I don't want it to sound like Johnny Cash. You know, I'm not trying to sound like Johnny Cash. I want it to keep that spirit, you know. So I went back and forth like 3 different times trying not to sound like Johnny Cash. So my mom used to tell me, she says, if you keep she said, honey, you keep mocking people, you're going to get stuck like that.
Hey, I do a hell of a SpongeBob SquarePants and Mr. Krabs, so.
Hey, we could get together. I could do my Hank Hill, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
what,
there
Bobby.
you go. My brother does him too.
And here's Tim Kelly.
Get back to work, boy, and make me some money. This is the first dollar I ever had framed. Oh, here we go. Yeah, but hey, now I know you're from the state of Minnesota. We got a gentleman in the chat room, Mr. Matt. He's from Minnesota as well. Is that where you grew up originally, and is that how you got a love for country music, or did you just move to Minnesota?
Well, no, I'm not a Minnesotan. I guess I am officially now. My wife says I have my official Minnesota badge after this winter of the 34 below zero temperatures. But I'm from Indiana originally. That's where I was born and raised.
Okay.
And I moved to Nashville in '88, and I was there for 29 years. And I still, I go back and forth, and I have kids there. But I married a girl that I'd known for 34 years, and after 34 years. We hooked back up and we got married, and I heard that Minnesota girls don't move. So here I am in Minnesota.
They can't move. There's usually 8 inches of snow out the front door, isn't there? Well, that's the first thing I asked you when you called today. You got any snow on the ground? Because I've seen some in Wyoming and Nebraska the last couple of days.
Well, we've sure had our share of it this year. That's for sure. So I'm ready to. I leave Sunday. I'm doing laundry today and changing guitar strings. So I'm ready to get back to Nashville, so where some warm weather is.
Awesome. Well, I know you're touring pretty good with the For the Love of Cash tour. Now, if you ever come to the middle of the country, I don't know if you've ever been to Branson, Missouri, but there are more live theaters in Branson and more theater seats than they have in Broadway of New York City. So there's a lot of venues to play here. They would sure love your brand of country music. If we can get you booked somewhere here, we would love to do that.
Buddy, I would love to play Branson. I've played it with Jimmy Dickens a couple times, but haven't played it with our crew. But we'd sure love to come out there and work with you.
That would be awesome. Got a little honky tonk bar, seats about 300 people too in Springfield, Missouri, that a lot of artists have been playing that we play on the radio station, and a lot of them's been on The Voice and Team Blake, and they come into this honky tonk bar called Southbound Bar and Grill, so they're putting out some good music in that little venue too. Tony Jackson, an artist that we play, was just there last Friday, so I can definitely shoot you the information to get you booked over there too if you're interested. I would love to meet you in person. That's why I'm trying to get that route.
Thank you. I'd love to do it. That's a good stop-off point because we head out toward we play out in New Mexico, and we're going to be playing out in Oklahoma this year. So we got a couple runs, 3 runs out there. So it's always good to have a stop-off point somewhere to.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about a couple of songs from your new album. I want to play one right now. It's called One Piece at a Time. Tell me if you wrote this and kind of how this song came about and you wanted to put it on the record.
Boy, I wish I wrote it.
There you go.
No, this was a Johnny Cash song, and after he put the song out, the Cadillac dealership built him a car that he described in the song. And so it's pretty cool thing we got going on. We're having our album release party at what was Johnny Cash's farm for 32 years. It's in Bon Aqua, Tennessee. It's just south of Nashville. It's called Storytellers Museum and Hideaway Farm. And it was his farm for, like I said, 32 years. And he called it the center of his universe. And this is one of the most amazing places that I've ever been. So if you come to our show on May the 10th, it's on a Friday, you will get to tour inside Johnny Cash's farm home. They've got so many cool things there. They got like the Guild guitar that Guild built 2 of these guitars for him to use on the Highwayman tour, that Sunburst guitar that kind of looks like a Gibson Hummingbird.
Mm-hmm.
They have that. They've got one of the really cool things I was amazed with was like one of his personal Bibles, and he'd written things and underlined things in it, and I got to look at that with the owner, and there's just he spent a lot of time there with his family. He loved that place. So the One Piece at a Time car is also on display there. So you come to our show on May 10th. You come about 5 o'clock. You get to see the house. You get to see the car. He's got also his last Mercedes that he drove, his last car that he owned.
Wow.
So many amazing things there. And then the venue that we play in is just the most amazing thing. It's really hard to describe. It's kind of semi outside, but yet it's covered. It's kind of a barn type thing. It's and it has kind of tent flaps that come down. It's really a nice venue. So we're going to be doing that May 10th, and you can get to see the car, get to see Johnny Cash's house, and see Gary West and the boys perform our new album. And Miss Leona Williams will be there as a special guest, and she will get up with me and do Jackson, and probably talk her into doing at least 2 or 3 of her #1 records. And what an honor and privilege it is to have her to come out there with me.
That is awesome, man. That sounds like a whole lot of fun. Can I get the tickets off your website, or where do they need to go?
Yep, absolutely. You can go to Storytellers. It's easiest just to go to my website, GaryWestMusic.com, and go to the tour tab, and go down to the CD release party show, and you just hit tickets, and it'll take you directly to the link to get tickets.
Sounds like a deal. Well, let's play one piece at a time. I want to come back and talk just a little bit more with you, and then we'll play Jackson with Leona Williams. That sound good?
Sounds good, buddy.
All right. Here is Gary West, one piece at a time from his brand new CD that is available right now, GaryWestMusic.com.
Kentucky back in 49, went to Detroit working on assembly line. The first year they had me putting wheels on Cadillacs. Every day I'd watch them beauties roll by, and some days I'd hang my head and cry, cause I always wanted me one that was long and black. One day I devised myself a plan that would be the envy most any man. I'd sneak it out of there in a lunchbox in my hand. Now getting caught meant getting fired, but I figured I'd have it all by the time I retired. I'd have me a car worth at least $100 grand. I get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style. I'm gonna drive everybody wild, cause I'll have the only one there is around. So the very next day when I punched in with a big lunchbox and help from my friends, I left that day with a lunchbox full of gears. I never considered myself a thief, but GM wouldn't miss just one little piece, especially if I strung it out over several years. The first day I got me a fuel pump, and the next day I got me an engine and a trunk, and then I got me a transmission and all the chrome. Little things I get in my big lunchbox, like nuts and bolts and all 4 shocks, but the big stuff we snuck out my buddy's mobile home. Now up to now my plan went all right, till we tried to put it all together one night, and that's when we noticed that something was definitely wrong. Well, the transmission was a 53, and the motor turned out to be a 73, and when we tried to put the bolts in, all the holes were gone. So we drilled it out so that it would fit, and a little help from an adapter kit, we had that engine running just like a song. Now the headlights, they were another sight. We had 2 on the left and 1 on the right, but when we pulled out the switch, all 3 of them come on. Well, the back end looked a little funny too, but we put it together, and when we got through, well, that's when we noticed that we only had 1 tail fin. About that time, my wife walked out, and I could see in her eyes she had her doubt. We opened the door and said, "Honey, take me for a spin." So we drove uptown just to get the tags, and we headed a ride on down May Drag. I could hear everybody laughing from blocks around. But up at the courthouse, they didn't laugh, cause to type it up, it took the whole staff. When they got through, the title weighed 60 pounds. I got it one piece at a time, and it didn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style. I'm gonna drive everybody wild, cause I'll have the only one there is around. Yeah, Red Rider. This is the Cottonmouth and the psychobilly Cadillac. Come on. Yeah, Red Rider. Negatory on the cost of this machine here. You might say we went down to the factory and picked it up. It's cheaper that way. What year is it? So 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 automobile. It's a 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70 automobile.
That is called One Piece at a Time, Gary West, and they are loving that one in the chat room, and I'm loving it too. I'm talking to you at the same time and listening in the other ear, so absolutely love that song. Great job on it.
Thank you.
You bet. Tell me about this now. When you're putting together an album, you know, and you're trying to pick songs, and you're going, okay, this is going to be number 1 song, number 2, number 3, or this is going to be the title of the album. Tell us about that process and kind of what that's like.
Well,
if you can do it quickly.
It's never been the same for any album that I've done, and this one it certainly was not the same. This one changed ideas probably 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know that there's really even a process. I think I start out, you know, this thing I've been doing is For the Love of Cash. You know, we had the very first one, and then we decided to kind of stay with that. So we went, you know, For the Love of Cash Volume 2, and now this is For the Love of Cash Volume 3. This is the first time we actually named the album, and we felt like we should. But I think we'll probably continue that as long as we're doing the Cash tribute shows. You know, we'll probably continue to do these albums, you know, in the For the Love of Cash format, where we'll include Johnny Cash songs. Some of them are rare, some of them we may do different, but we'll also, you know, include other things like that go along with Cash, Waylon and Willie, and then our originals. And I think if they like what Cash does, they'll probably like what I do.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, you mentioned Willie. We want to wish him a happy birthday. He just turned 86 a couple of days ago, and still hitting the road, still doing shows. And
you said hitting.
Yeah, hitting. Yeah, he's hitting it all right. He's still hitting it. Hey, that's all right, man. You know, whatever works for you, man. To live to be 86 and to still be out there on the road doing shows. And I saw here a week or 2 ago, he did an interview with Al Roker on the Today Show. Al was on his tour bus doing the interview, sitting there talking to Willie, and he said, "What do you want your legacy to be?" And Willie said, "I just want to give folks their money's worth," and I believe he has accomplished that, don't you?
Oh man, I absolutely do. I would love to go see him. I seen him at the Opry when I was at the Opry one time, and I didn't have a chance to talk to him or meet him or anything. I just watched him, and he's just amazing. I love him. He's underrated, and even in my humble opinion, he's even underrated. I mean, a lot of people think he's great, but there's a lot of people that not even familiar with Willie and what he's done and his whole history. So,
you know, we were talking about Leona Williams and Merle Haggard's wife. Merle lost his life at 69 on his birthday. He was supposed to be here in Springfield, Missouri, a week later. Willie Nelson went ahead and put on the show. He was going to come with Willie. Willie brought Jamie Johnson with him, and Jamie Johnson did the Merle parts, and he could barely get through them, I heard. I didn't get to go see the show because I had to work that night. But they said Jamie Johnson really got emotional and had a hard time doing the Merle parts because they had just lost him a week earlier. And, you know, they spent a lot of time together when Merle was alive, Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard. So, you know, kudos to Willie on that, too. He's the show's got to go on kind of guy. That's awesome. I like that.
Yep. So grateful for Willie, man. We love his music.
Yeah. Now, when folks go to see you and do this tribute to Johnny Cash show, you said you're not a Johnny Cash impersonator, so do you dress up in black like he did or any of that, or kind of tell us a little bit about that show, what they can expect?
One thing you can't expect to see, you're not going to see me in a wig and makeup and and trying to impersonate Johnny Cash. You know, to me, I love that music, and I try to be respectful to it. And there's only one Johnny Cash, and I'm not gonna dress up like Johnny Cash, try to be somebody I'm not.
Yeah.
I dress how I feel comfortable. And, you know, I played with Jimmy Dickens for 12 years, and I've been around a lot of old school folks. And, you know, when I was traveling with Jimmy Dickens, the band was not allowed to wear shorts on the road. It would be 100 degrees outside. It didn't matter. You didn't wear shorts on the road. And you dang sure didn't show up to sound check in shorts and a tank top. It just didn't happen. I remember one summer it being super hot. We did these shows up through Kentucky, and it was just blazing hot. And we had, I don't know, like 12 shows to do, and we were doing them every other day. And he decided that he would let us wear shorts in the van while we're traveling. But before we got to the venue, we had to change into long pants. We weren't allowed to go to sound check in long pants. So, and my point being, he always had the nudie. He was the first one on the Grand Ole Opry, the first one to wear the nudie suits, like Porter Wagoner and stuff.
Yeah.
So people, relate that with Porter Wagoner. But Jimmy Dickens was the very first one to do that. He was also the very first one to ever do a world tour. So he was a real pioneer.
Yeah.
And he always would tell you, dress like you're in show business, son.
I've heard that about Roy. Yeah, I've heard that about Roy Acuff too in the Grand Ole Opry. Just very business-like type person, and there, a lot of things are missing that. Not just country music, but like I'm a big sports fan. I watch the NFL religiously. I've got NFL logos on my body tattooed and stuff like that. But, Tom Landry, when he was coaching the Dallas Cowboys, he's known for the suit and the hat, and stuff like that. And that's just, a lot of that is missing now from the world and from the world of music too, isn't it?
I think so. And I think we try to preserve some of that. My guys are always dressed in black and white suits. They've come up in the bus before and said, hey, man, it's like 98 degrees out. You sure you want us to we're wearing the suits, man. Okay, boss. When I was with the Drifting Cowboys, I'll never forget it. We had these real thick suits we had to wear, and just like, they wore with Hank Williams, and I'm like, man, are we going to wear these things? I mean, it was smoking hot. We're outside for an hour and a half or something. And he's like, we're wearing the suit, son. Put it on. Okay. And so I still stick with that now. And, my guys respect that and love that. And, I think we played Wayland Fest one time, and it was pretty funny because it was a smoking hot day like that, and there's all these bikers and everything. And the guys got dressed on the bus, and the door opens, and my guys get down off the bus. They're marching down off that bus, man, in that 100-degree heat, and they got them black and white suits on. And, man, they parted ways. Like, shoot, these guys are here. These guys have showed up to the scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's awesome.
But just like Willie, we want to give them their money's worth, and we want them to have fun, and we want them to know that they come to see a show and that we take pride in what we're doing, and we want to give them their money's worth, and we want to do it right. And,
I heard somebody a while back make this statement. They said, if you treat your business like a business, it'll pay you like one. If you treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like that, too. Made sense to me. I'm like, that this music is a business. A lot of people do it for fun, and they have a full-time job, but the ones that really want to get serious and do it for a career, they got to treat it like a business, don't they?
Yeah, you really do. And I'm not going to mention any names, but there's a young guy that I'm kind of mentoring, and he's got a ton of talent, and the same type of thing I was telling him. I said, don't ever sell yourself cheap or free.
Yeah. Right.
Stop doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're sure glad to have your music, man. Love the brand new CD. Congratulations on that. And you want to come back anytime, man, hit me up. We will definitely talk again. We could go for a long time. I just ask a couple of things off your website, and we just get to talking. It's a fun interview every time we get together. I appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for putting up with me, buddy.
You betcha. Let's play some Gary West again with Leona Williams, the wife of Merle Haggard. This is called Jackson on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. Jackson. I'm gonna mess around. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson. Look out, Jackson Town.
Well, go on down to Jackson. Go ahead and wreck your health. Go play your hand, you big talking man, and make a big fool of yourself. Yeah, go on to Jackson. Go comb your hair.
I'm gonna snowball in Jackson.
We'll see if I care.
When I breeze into that city, people gonna stoop and bow. All them women gonna make me teach them what they don't know how. Well, I'm going to Jackson. You turn loose of my coat. Honey, I'm going to Jackson.
Goodbye, that's all she wrote. They'll laugh at you in Jackson, and I'll be dancing on a pony keg. They'll lead you round town like a scalded hound with your tail tucked between your legs. Yeah, go on to Jackson, you big talking man, and I'll be waiting in Jackson behind my J-Pan fan. We got married in a fever, hot and a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out.
I'm going to Jackson, and that's a fact. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson. Ain't ever coming back. We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. Now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I can't eat, can't sleep. All I do is think about you. Hold on, what's this feeling? That's my heart is stealing. That's okay. I don't want it back. What's this chemistry? Such intensity. Good emotions getting through. It's your sweet love I'm feeling. I can't get enough. Go figure it. Madly, deeply, baby, I'm falling. Head over heels, I'm living it hard and soul. You're giving it. I'm thinking that I'm digging it. Come on, keep it coming. Think you're onto something so strong, so right. It's got to be real. Breaking down my walls and fences. There's a powerful sense. Good emotions getting through. It's your sweet love I'm feeling. I can't get enough. Go figure it. Madly, deeply, baby, I'm falling. Head over heels, I'm living it hard and soul. You're giving it. I'm thinking that I'm digging it. It's your sweet love I'm feeling.
That is the Alabama cowgirl herself, Miss Jessie Lynn, and her latest single called I'm Digging It, blowing that all over mainstream radio and our station. We love doing it for her, and you can check out what she's got going on right on her website, jessielynn.net. Well, how about Mr. Gary West? Wasn't that a phenomenal interview? And I just had a small part in it. I asked him a couple of questions, and it just took right off. GaryWestMusic.com is his website. Go get his latest CD and follow him on tour for the Love of Cash tour as well. That is an awesome, awesome thing. Well, I'll tell you what, we got another awesome thing getting ready to hit right now. You can check out the video to this song on Indie Country Television. They are formerly the Kate Hastings Band out of the state of Ohio. They now call themselves Hastings & Co. And their latest single is called American Love on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best, live from Branson, Missouri right now.
It's like fireworks flying on the 4th of July, lighting up the midnight air. It's warm summer nights trying to win a prize down at the county fair. Well, it's you and me, baby, a wild and crazy kids, free falling hard in American love. It's free like an eagle soaring when we go speeding down that old highway. Head out the window just to feel the wind blow, sun shining on your face. And it's singing along at the top of our lungs. Born in the USA, it's American love. And it's red like my lipstick on your face. And it's blue like those tears when you're away. And it's white like a wedding dress. Baby, I've been blessed and I just wanna stay forever in American love. It's Gladstein jeans, your arms around me in the middle of a country show. 10,000 light of skies on fire, dancing when they play our song. And it's the freedom I feel in the kisses you steal, wrapped up in your strong American love. And it's red like my lipstick on your face. And it's blue like those tears when you're away. And it's white like a wedding dress. Baby, I've been blessed and I just wanna stay forever in American love. American love. Now we've got a little house for you and me, a flag hanging high for all to see. And it's red like my lipstick on your face. And it's blue like those tears when you're away. And it's white like a wedding dress. Baby, I've been blessed and I just wanna stay forever in American love. In American love. In American love. Yeah, yeah. That's American love.
We are 100% focused on new music. Hey, look, a squirrel. Anything country. That's a funny word. Hey, these are good brownies. What? Oh, yeah, right. Radio, sorry.
How come you never take me out to dinner anymore?
Well, first, we're about to play a bunch of feel-good songs. And second, you know we're not married, right?
Oh, details. Today's country.
Pretty wild.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
still wish you were there.
She is a good friend of ours. She is Miss Corey Spires from a small town in Georgia called McRae, Georgia, but she's got a big voice in the world of country music, and she's a tall drink of water, too. We got to meet in Nashville in 2018, May the 8th, at the Nashville Universal Awards at the world-famous Wild Horse Saloon. Boy, I'm sitting here waiting for when they're going to do another show. I don't know if they're going to do one this year or not, but we'll sure let you know. I'd love to go back to Nashville just for that. I hate the traffic, absolutely, just like everybody else. Well, we love these next two artists. They are a great duo. They won Inspirational Country Music Award of the Year for their song Take Me Back to Church. They are Corey and Kelly. Their Corey is spelled C-O-R-I. Corey and Kelly on Facebook and Twitter as well.
She came home from work after a long, hard day. Set her keys on the counter, began to pray. Oh God, I need you more than ever. My hope is lost, can't be found. Threw her hands in the air, knees hit the ground, and she cried, Jesus, I surrender. My hand and lead me home. Take me back to the place where you saved my soul. Down the old dirt road is a little white church where the memories linger and the people search for amazing grace. That sweet, sweet heavenly sound of that old time religion that's good for me. Little children singing round the sycamore tree as we count our blessings beneath that southern sky. Oh, I need a break from this world sometimes. Take me back to church. Take me back to church. Take me back to where money wasn't matter so small. Just as I am, I was an awful call, and the neighbors would always lend a helping hand. We were there for each other no matter what for, 'cause every church had an open door, and the preacher man knew you by your name. We get so busy with life these days. When it's all smooth sailing, we forget to pray. So take my hand and lead me home. Take me back to the place where you saved my soul. Down the old dirt road is a little white church where the memories linger and the people search for amazing grace. That sweet, sweet heavenly sound of that old time religion that's good for me. Little children singing round the sycamore tree as we count our blessings beneath that southern sky. Oh, I need a break from this world sometimes. Oh God, we need your love in this busy life. Take me back to church. Take me back to church.
The Classic Country Song of the Week is next on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Sitting in a restaurant, she walked by. I seem to recall that certain look in your eye. I got ready for bed. I said to myself, I've got one shot left. You're still mine, and I won't stand in line behind nobody, nobody. Well, you're nobody called today. She hung up when I asked her name. Well, I wonder, does she think she is being clever? You say nobody's after you. The fact is what you say is true, but I can love you like nobody can. Even better. Well, you're nobody called today. She hung up when I asked her name. Well, I wonder, does she think she is being clever? You say nobody's after you. The fact is what you say is true, but I can love you like nobody can. Even better. Well, you're nobody called today. She hung up when I asked her name. Well,
That lady had a big hit with that song. I believe 1982 was the year, and her name is Sylvia. That's how she goes, by just that one name in the world of country music. Absolutely love that. But her full name is Sylvia Hutton. If you want to follow her on Twitter, you can find her at SY Hutton. You got to be a little bit clever on Twitter as well, that is for sure. That's a great tune called Nobody, and Sylvia's a Facebook friend of mine too, so I'll tag her in the playlist, and we'll get Nobody in there on Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly. That is our classic country song of the week on our weekly features, and every week we do an indie country song, a classic country song, and a video that we pull from indie country television. The video that we did pull this week is right now a song that we're going to play. It is Cash Creek and My One and Only Weakness on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a Hump Day Wednesday.
Gave up those cowboy killers 'cause you asked me to. Not because the Surgeon General said they ain't good for you. They were just a habit, but you're what I need. Your arms are the only thing that have a hold on me. If you ever tell me that I have to give you up, it's just gonna kill me, 'cause I can't live without your love. To keep this feeling, I would sell my very soul. It's true, my one and only weakness is you. Sometimes I wake up in the night craving something sweet, but it's not in the kitchen. Oh, it's lying next to me. You're my one temptation, the one I can't refuse. My one and only weakness is tell me that I have to give you up. It's just gonna kill me, 'cause I can't live without your love. To keep this feeling, I would sell my very soul. It's true, my one and only weakness is you. Live
weakness is you. Yeah, it's you.
Hi, everybody. Bob here from RealRadio.us, and you're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
Wish that I could hear your sweet voice again. Wish that I could hear you whisper my name. I wish that I could feel your deep green eyes. I wish that I could see the way they look right back at me when you were mine. If I know then what I know now, I would have never wasted all my wishes, would have saved them for your kisses somehow. Change my mind. Wish that I could taste your lips again. Wish that I could taste your honey jack kisses. Wish that I could smell your sweet perfume on the pillow of my bed where you used to lay your head when we made love. Say them for your kisses somehow. Whoa, whoa, turn back time. Baby, just put your hand in mine. Can I change my mind? If I know then what I know now, would have never wasted all my wishes, would have saved them for your kisses somehow. I wouldn't have wasted all my wishes, saving for your kisses somehow. Whoa, whoa, can I change my mind? Can I change your mind? Baby, change my mind. Can I change my mind?
His name is Dan Badger, and you can find him on Facebook and Twitter at Dan Badger Music, and I am liking that tune real well. That is called I Know Now. Well, let me tell you what I do know now. Tomorrow, I've got another great radio interview lined up. Join me at 9 o'clock a.m. Central Time in the morning, and I'll be talking to new country music artist Mr. Robert Martin. And then later Friday morning, 9 o'clock a.m. Central, I'll be talking to singer-songwriter Mr. Chuck Thomas as well. So a couple more great radio interviews lined up this week, and a lot more great music as well. Now, Friday, we'll be doing the show for KUHS Denver 2, and you'll be able to hear the replay of it Monday, and KUHS Denver can be found at KUHSdenver.com. Monday mornings at 11 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Mountain Time is when I hit the airwaves over there as well. Let's hit the airwaves right now with a great Canadian artist, the latest single from Mr. Cody Prevost. This is called Today's Not My Day. Oh, but it is if you love country music on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Some guy cut me off on the way to work. I spilled hot coffee on my shirt. Hit a traffic jam by the Baptist church, and I was running late this morning. So I yelled and cussed and hit the dash. Then I saw that long black Cadillac, that line of headlights rolling past, put it in perspective for me. Yeah, today's not my day, but today could be worse. Instead of driving this old Jeep, I could be riding in that hearse. No more knowing she's my world, being a daddy to my girls. There's so much left to do and left to say, so thank God today's not my day. She and I've got dinner plans tonight, and this weekend's back porch glass of wine. We got a trip out west in mid-July, plans for growing old together, and my girls, they're counting on me too. Yeah, to see their wildest dreams come true. Walk them down the aisle like daddies do, toast them to forever. Yeah, today's not my day, but today could be worse. Instead of driving this old Jeep, could be riding in that hearse. No more knowing she's my world, being a daddy to my girls. There's so much left to do and left to say, so thank God today's not my day. 'Cause Lord, I need more time to be down here, stick around here before they put me in the ground. There's so much left to do and left to say, so thank God today's not my day.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico? I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day!
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
A warning to new music beginners. New music can be pointy. Do not run with new music. Ingesting new music could cause euphoric conditions. Smiling may occur. Do not ever point new music at anyone unless you mean to use it. And always get your new music from a reliable source.
Today's country.
Pretty wild.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I never see you out on the town these days. Me and all my friends kinda miss your face. I just called you up to see if you're okay. You say you've been hurt and you're feeling down. Lately I haven't felt like going out. Baby, take a chance, it'll be alright. You don't have to be alone tonight. I can make you feel like a roller coaster ride. Your heart in your throat and your hands up high. I can make you smile like your favorite song. And all you gotta do is sing along like, well, girl, you need a thrill and I can
I can make you smile like your favorite song, and all you've gotta do is sing along like, well, girl, you need a thrill, and I can make you feel like, well, I can be the lover to get the other off of your mind.
They are the great group Rivershine. Rivershine can be found on Twitter at Rivershine, capital OFC. I guess that stands for official, and they're pretty official, I'll tell you. They got an official video to that song as well. You can check it out on Indie Country Television. How do you find Indie Country Television? Well, you just head over to our website, IndieCountryRadio.net, and right at the very top on the second tab to your right, click that one. You'll see Indie Country Television. We redid it. It runs 24/7 now with the best in new country video-wise. That's right. It's good-looking stuff, and we appreciate over the 500, almost 600 views in 7 days since we redid it. That is absolutely phenomenal. So keep watching Indie Country Television. Keep listening to Indie Country Radio. We got you covered, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep on rolling right now. And speaking of that, my good friend Mr. Michael Gutierrez with the lead singer of Keeper of the Plains. This is called Keep On Rolling on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best, live from Branson, Missouri.
When you're down on your luck and your money's gone, when every right turn seems to turn out wrong, when you can't back up and start over, keep on rolling. When the flames gone out and the nights get cold, when that old memory won't leave you alone, when you miss that hand you've been holding, keep on rolling. Roll like a river, ride like the wind, love like you ain't never gonna love again. Keep keeping on as the big world spins, and baby, when you get where you're going, keep on rolling. When you spend all day staring down that clock, remember you are you, man, you ain't your job, and dreams can't ever be stolen. Keep on rolling. Roll like a river, ride like the wind, love like you ain't never gonna love again. Keep keeping on as the big world spins, and baby, when you get where you're going, keep on rolling. When heaven comes calling from the other side, I'm gonna see Jesus waiting with his arms open wide, saying, don't be afraid, come on over. Oh yeah. Keep on rolling. Roll like a river, ride like the wind, love like you ain't never gonna love again. Keep keeping on, it ain't never gonna end. And baby, when you get where you're going, roll like a river, ride like the wind, love like you ain't never gonna love again. eyes over your shoulder. Keep on rolling.
Keep on rolling. Keep on.
Keep on rolling.
Keep on rolling. Keep on.
Coming up, more new country music than you can shake a mouse at. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
First thing I said to you is you have your mother's eyes. Then she held you close and swore she'd never let you go. I may not be there to see you grow or help you along the way. Just know my heart is with you and I know you'll be okay. You could have stayed little and that would have been okay. But time had other plans for you and you got bigger every day. You always made your mama proud, being daddy's little man. Even though you're growing up just as fast as you can. Be grateful for what you have and never forget to pray. Make sure to see the good in people and help them along the way. Don't ever be someone you're not. Be proud of who you are. Be true to yourself and I know you'll go far. You could have stayed little and that would have been okay. But time had other plans for you and you got bigger every day. You always made your mama proud, being daddy's little man. Even though you're growing up just as fast as you can. One day you'll grow to be a man better than me. Become strong and smart for the entire world to see. And the time will come when you raise your own family. But you'll always be our little boy, no matter how big you'll be. You could have stayed little, and that would have been okay. But time had other plans for you, and you got bigger every day. You always made your mama proud, being daddy's little man. Even though you're growing up just as fast as you can. You could have stayed little, and that would have been okay. But time had other plans for you, and you got bigger every day. You always made your mama proud, being daddy's little man. Even though you're growing up just as fast as you can.
That is a great tune, and yes, Lula, it does tell a great story. She is right about that. Mr. Michael Jennings is the artist on that one. It is called Little Man. Michael Jennings is hanging out with us in our live chat room today, too. That is cool when the artists do that, and we sure do appreciate it. And it gets me to missing my little man. I haven't seen him in a day or two, but you can check out my little grandson on the homepage of IndieCountryRadio.net. He's the one listening to this great music with his headphones on. He loves country music, too. Well, this next artist is pretty darn good at country music. She charted 9 #1 singles when she was with her old record label, Curb Records. Now she has an independent label, Dreambound Records, that she started on her own because she's an independent artist now, and that's why we're going to keep playing her music. She is currently on the Me Tour. The Me Song is the title track of her latest album that is out right now. Her name is Jody Messina. You guys know who she is, the one and only. This one is called Love on a Maybe from Jody Messina on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
You say, don't be mad at you, but what am I supposed to do? I can't keep wasting space in my heart. You get close and then you push away. Your car is back in my driveway. You know what to say. I hope you stay. Can't come back around, can't come back around. Getting my hopes up just to tear them down. I don't need you for a minute. Don't stand there telling me you're in it, 'cause I need you to show me you won't leave me hanging. No, I can't give my love. No, I can't give my love on a maybe. You know every part of me, reach in to the heart of me. You made me believe I'm on top of the world. Get close, come sit close to me, so that you can see the view from up here is undeniable. Can't come back around, can't come back around. Getting my hopes up just to tear them down. I don't need you for a minute. Don't stand there telling me you're in it, 'cause I need you to show me you won't leave me hanging. No, I can't give my love. No, I can't give my love on a maybe. We could be I don't need you for a minute. Don't stand there telling me you're in it. No, I need you to show me you won't leave me hanging. No, I can't give my love. No, I can't give my love on a maybe. I can't give my love. No, I can't give my love on a maybe. No, the love on a maybe.
This is where country music lives.
Let's start the music.
We're the people's favorite. Show the world you love your country. Delivering a much needed neck punch to the status quo.
What does that even mean?
That means, in addition to the variety you've come to expect, you'll also hear songs like this.
Dance with me, come April, dance with me. Don't waste another minute, baby. Move with me, come on and groove with me. Let's get crazy.
And this.
How can I hold on to a random man when you got your heart on wheels? Heart on wheels. Heart on wheels.
Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Sun burning on a Friday, the long week just fades away. Not much I wouldn't trade for a ride out of town. Guitar and a day bag as I leave my doorway. No reason left to stay, I'm not sticking around. Jackson Brown on the highway, cranked up in my Chevrolet. Drove past that welcome sign, showing me the way. Packed all my troubles away, lying here, well, think I'll stay. Everything sticks to the plan for another day in Summerland. Dust kicking in the rear view, boats floating on the deep blue. Stereo plays a good tune and it's calling my name. Not much left for me to do, but lie here with a good crew, drinking ice cold strong brew and forget about the game. Jackson Brown on the highway, cranked up in my Chevrolet. Drove past that welcome sign, showing me the way. Packed all my troubles away, lying here, well, think I'll stay. Everything sticks to the plan for another day in Summerland. In Summerland. In Summerland. Jackson Brown on the highway, cranked up in my Chevrolet. Drove past that welcome sign, showing me the way. Packed all my troubles away, lying here, well, think I'll stay. Everything sticks to the plan for another day in Summerland. In Summerland. Oh, in Summerland. Jackson Brown on the highway. Oh, yeah. Drove past that welcome sign, showing me the way. In Summerland. Packed all my troubles away. In Summerland. Everything sticks to the plan for another day. In Summerland.
Well, since it's May 1st, I thought, why not? Well, let's break out the summertime songs. That is me and May from Vancouver, British Columbia. It is called Summerland, although it may not feel like it in many parts of the country. Gary West said this morning it was in the 30s in Minnesota. He's getting out of there and heading to Nashville tomorrow, so it'll probably be a little bit warmer in Nashville, Tennessee, I do imagine. Well, we hope you're loving the show so far. We're going to do the bonus hour today. We're going to give you 3 hours, so we still got one more to go. Let's kick it off in style right now with Mr. Tony Justice. You can find him on Twitter at @TheTonyJustice. This is called This Side of the Radio on Today's Country from Indie Country Radio. New Country's best on a Hump Day Wednesday, live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world.
Hey, Mr. DJ, know you gotta play that song. It won't be the last time the day you put it on. I know it's a big old hit, probably way up on the charts, but I'd like to make just one request. Have mercy on my heart. On this side of the radio, it don't sound near as good here on my stereo. You didn't see me breaking down, but every word reminded me of her, reliving every step she took to go. What it's like, man, you don't know, on the side of the radio. Everything was perfect, I'd had a damn good day, until I turned you in, man, you took that away. Every single word that I just heard is exactly how I feel. I went from drumming on my dashboard to crying step she took to go. What it's like, man, you don't know. On the side of the radio, rolling down this long road, I can barely see the white lines from the tears in my eyes. On the side of the radio, ain't no sound near as good here on my stereo. You didn't see me breaking down with every word, reminding me of her, reliving every step she took to go. What it's like, man, you don't know. On the side of the radio, what it's like, I hope you never know. On the side of the radio, of the radio.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. Now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Sorry, ladies, Mr. Perfect's taking off the market. Cupid hit a bullseye, and I was a target. Who'd have thought I had the golden ticket in my pocket? My heart is ticking faster than a clock could clock it. Shooting like a rocket, even NASA couldn't stop it. Sorry, ladies, Mr. Perfect's taking off the market. I hit the jackpot, I'm talking top notch, and he kisses me anytime that I want. I fell in love when he fell in love, 'cause he treats me like $1 million bucks. Yeah, I'm a winner of a long shot. I hit the jackpot, the friggin' jackpot. High rolling, handle pulling, hitting triple cherries, sweeter than the sweetest double scoop of Ben and Jerry's. Cashing in my chips, you don't have to double dare me. Racing to the chapel, Elvis gonna get us married. Better than the Treasure Island treasure that was buried. A high rolling, handle pulling, hitting triple cherries. I hit the jackpot, I'm talking top notch, and he kisses me anytime that I want. I fell in love when he fell in love, 'cause he treats me like $1 million bucks. Yeah, I'm a winner of a long shot. I hit the jackpot, the friggin' jackpot. Woo! I hit the jackpot, I'm talking top notch, and he kisses me anytime that I want. I fell in love when he fell in love, 'cause he treats me like $1 million bucks. Yeah, I'm a winner of a long shot. I hit the jackpot, I'm talking top notch, and he kisses me anytime that I want. I fell in love when he fell in love, 'cause he treats me like $1 million bucks. Yeah, I'm a winner of a long shot. I hit the jackpot, the friggin' jackpot. Yeah, I'm a winner of a long shot. I hit the jackpot, the friggin' jackpot, the jackpot.
That song is doing so well for that lady. She is a great Canadian artist and a great friend to this radio station and to yours truly, Miss Arlene Quinn from Canada. Arlene Quinn 12 if you want to follow her on Twitter. Her latest single blowing up the radio charts. It's called Jackpot, written by one Miss Kelsey Ballerini. Absolutely love that song, and a former Song of the Week here on KICR Indie Country Radio. Well, this next song was a former Song of the Week as well. Mr. Steve Hickman from the Steve Hickman Band, Steve Hickstick, if you want to find him on Twitter. This is called I Wanna Be That Man on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I'm 35 years old. You think by now I know all this running around is gonna bring me down. I wanna try some new things and listen to the birds sing and see the rest of my life through a sober man's eyes. God help me see what's right in front of me. I wanna be that man she can't live without. I wanna be the one who erases all her doubts. I wanna be the dad any kid would want, and teach him the simple things in life, like how to fish and how to hunt. I wanna be that man. Oh, I wanna be that man. Lord, I've had my share of the devil's snare. Whiskey had me down for the count. I've danced away with Mary, and saying goodbye scares me. But I know it's time to let her fly. So God help me see what's right in front of me. I wanna be that man she can't live without. I wanna be the one who erases all her doubts. I wanna be the dad any kid would want, and teach him the simple things in life, like how to fish and how to hunt. I wanna be that man. Oh, I wanna be that man. God, take what's left of me, help me shape a legacy. Maybe this old boy can still do some good. I ain't been working out my way this crooked path down the interstate. I think it's time I take another road. So God help me see it's right in front of me. I wanna be that man she can't live without. I wanna be the one who erases all her doubts. I wanna be the dad any kid would want, and teach him the simple things in life, like how to fish and how to hunt. I wanna be that man. God, I wanna be that man.
The most music on the radio.
Get her done. You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Well, I went crazy for your love. Ooh, that Saturday evening. Walking down the street, Lord, what I've been feeling. I've been passing up the bars. I've been howling at the stars. Love, you got me reeling. Now I'm walking, I'm talking, I'm working every day in a daze. Crying, but I'm trying just to get myself to Saturday.
crazy in love will be. I went crazy for your love. Ooh, last Saturday evening. Walking down the street, Lord, what I've been feeling. Passing up the bar, howling at the stars. I'm in love. You got me reeling. Love got me reeling. Love got me reeling.
We're reeling them in today with this great music we're putting on the radio. His name is Raspin Stewart from Los Angeles, California, and a great tune called Reelin'. Welcome to the third and final hour of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly. Glad to have you tuned in. We got a lot more great music on the way in our third and final hour. This next song has a video to it as well on Indie Country Television. Mr. Jason Blaine, another great Canadian artist. This is called Countryside. We love it on the new Countryside. On Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, broadcasting from the live entertainment capital of the world in Branson, Missouri.
You'll know her when you see her. She'll be the one in the scuffed up boots, old ball cap, ponytail through the back, grooving to a Garth Brooks tune. Her first car was a truck. She ain't afraid to sling it in the mud. Ooh, 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 that's the thing about my baby. Ooh, 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 you can blame it on her raising. She get a little unwound on a Friday night with the coke and the crown, the moon and the shine. Lord, I love how she ain't shy, showing off her countryside. Meet her friends out, get a little out, round about Friday night. Might shotgun, a couple cool ones, out where the stars shine bright. Favorite blue jeans frayed and torn, out there with the crickets and the cattle and the corn. Ooh, 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 that's the thing about my baby. Ooh, 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 you can blame it on her raising. She get a little unwound on a Friday night with the coke and the crown, the moon and the shine. Lord, I love how she ain't shy, showing off her countryside. It's late, that look in her eyes says you wanna get lost, take a little ride. Ain't no telling what we might find. She scoots over in the dashboard lights, shows a little more of that countryside. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, 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 that's the thing about my baby. Lord, I love how she ain't shy, showing off her countryside. Yeah, showing off her countryside.
The featured song of the week is next on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
He was a good man, wrote a letter to his wife, the middle of the desert sand. He said his last thoughts about life. Said, I'm proud of my country. That old red and white, I'm so proud of the memories of the ones I left behind. I'm proud of that camouflage that I wore. I swore I knew what I was fighting for, but the last thing that he said on that hot Afghan, he said, there's gotta be heaven up there. Place we all gotta be going somewhere. We can see God's face, a place with no more pain, no more heartache, a place with no more tears. There's gotta be a heaven up there, 'cause it sure is hell down here. It sure is hell down here. She was a good girl, the kind you'd like to be yourself, a little bit introverted. Didn't want to ever ask for help. She thought she knew who she was, the way the world works, but she couldn't find her place, and nobody was listening or put her first. So she wrote on the last page, there's gotta be heaven up there. Find a resting place, we all gotta be going somewhere. We can see God's face, a place with no more pain, no more heartache, a place with no more tears. There's gotta be heaven up there, 'cause it sure is hell down here. It sure is hell down here. Cancer was growing fast. Family by her bed, they all knew this would be her last moment she ever had. The angels were coming down all around. She could see them clear as day, so she took her daughter's hand and she said with a smile on her face, there's gotta be a heaven up there. Find a resting place, we all gotta be going somewhere. 'Cause I can see God's face, a place with no more pain, no more heartache, a place with no more tears. There's gotta be a heaven up there.
Her name is Bria Lawrence, and she's a great Canadian artist as well, and that is our pick for Song of the Week. Don't you just love the stories these songs tell? That's what I was talking about in the interview today we did with Gary West, and that's why we picked that for Song of the Week. If you would like to suggest one, shoot me an email to indiecountryradio@yahoo.com. We change them up every Sunday, and the song we pick could be your song, absolutely. This next song tells a pretty darn good story as well. His name is Dwayne Watson, good Facebook friend of mine, brand new to Indie Country Radio. The song is called Billy Miner on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
He jumped train just west of Mission on the CPR line. Stuck a 44 in the brakeman's ribs. Let me off at this Walnut store. And gunfire's blazing along the Fraser River bank. Billy Miner run. Yeah. Billy Miner's on the run. Stolen money, packing guns.
sleep ranch. Everybody loved this blue-eyed gray fox. Everyone around shook his hand. Your money's getting low, Bill. You're buying too many whiskey round. Should've run, Bill. Yeah. The miners on the run, stolen money, packing guns. CPI got a price on your head, live or dead. Bill, I'm on the run. Last BC train just east of the loop. Hands up, said the constable, and he slapped the iron cuffs on Bill. No prison can hold him. He escaped from a BC pen. Yeah, Bill, am I to run? Yeah. The miners on the run. Money, packing guns. CPI got a price on your head. Yeah. The miners on the run, stolen money, packing guns. CPI got a price on your head. Live or dead. Yeah, Bill, I'm on the run. I'm on the run. Run, Billy!
Darren Morris Band, Never Knew Texas.
Fresh New Country.
On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Grab an old winter coat from the closet in a Texas July. 'Cause I know any minute you'll be pulling in the dry. And I'll be taking shelter, trying to shield my heart from the bitter storm you bring that's tearing us apart. I stood in a raging blizzard in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Braved old man winter on a Cheyenne Christmas Eve. And I cursed the windy city when it chilled me to the bone. But I never knew Texas could be this cold. You could melt my heart in an instant with the touch of your hand. But the chill of your cold shoulder helps me understand. We've drifted so far now, the love we had is lost. The icy bridge between us is just too hard to cross. I stood in a raging blizzard in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Braved old man winter on a Cheyenne Christmas Eve.
And I cursed the windy city when it chilled me to the bone. But I never knew Texas could be this cold. If I could turn back time, I'd take you to a warmer day before we turned our summer skies to winter gray. I stood in a raging blizzard in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Braved old man winter on a Cheyenne Christmas Eve. And I cursed the windy city when it chilled me to the bone. But I never knew Texas could be this cold. I never knew Texas could be this cold. Grabbing no winter coat from the closet in a Texas July.
That is for now the latest single from Darren Morris and the Darren Morris Band from Gilmer, Texas, your 2018 Nashville Universal Awards Vocal Group of the Year. It is called Never Knew Texas, but he has a brand new single that will be released May the 6th. We have it, but we can't play it till then. It is called High on Some Willie from Darren Morris and the Darren Morris Band, so we can't wait to spring that one on you too. It's a good song, absolutely. Well, we get music from all over the world. Texas is a big part of it, but we get music from New Zealand and France and everywhere. I'm telling you, just crazy stuff. We love putting it out to the world as well. This next artist is from New Zealand. His name is Shay. That is CHE_Orton if you want to follow him on Twitter. This is called You're the Reason from Shay Orton on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I know sometimes you wonder if I care. Baby, I do. I will always be here. It may not show in everything I do, but I want you to know I will always love you. You're the reason I'm here, the reason I smile, the reason I wake every day. The smile on your face, the touch of your hand makes me so proud to say I'm your man. You're the reason. I hate it when I hurt you, which I don't mean to do. I'm sorry for things that I've put you through. I'm who I am today, and it's all because of you. You're the air that I breathe, you're my dream come true. You're the reason I'm here, the reason I smile, the reason I wake every day. Smile on your face, the touch of your hand makes me so proud to say I'm your man. You're the reason. reason I'm here, the reason I smile, the reason I wake every day. The smile on your face, the touch of your hand makes me so proud to say I'm your man. You're the reason, and what you see, you're the reason. You're the reason, and what you see, you're the reason. You're the reason.
Because there's no such thing as enough country. You know that great song that you just can't get out of your head? We're playing it right now. Wow, it's like we're right there inside your head. Okay, well, maybe not literally.
Don't touch that dial!
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
In the basement! 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 Up to the basement! In the basement! In the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
She lives for Jesus and always down to hear some Jones. That red dust on her blue truck makes her 1-ton, 2-tone. Loves midnight bareback ride, a little closer to the stars. It's like she stole those directions to heaven right out of my heart. That girl's a cowboy, you can tell by her boots that she's earned every buck and tougher than the trouble she runs into. That girl's a cowboy, living out a crazy dream. Getting closer now, still learning how to love just like me. Now she don't let those miles come between what's real. It might be hard to say it, but I know exactly just how she feels. That girl's a cowboy, you can tell by her boots. She's earned every buck and tougher than the trouble she runs into. That girl's a cowboy, living out a crazy dreams. Getting closer now, still learning how to love just like me. Her daddy said, son, if you think you're the one, you can have her hand, just understand. That girl's a cowboy, you can tell by her roots. She's earned every buck, tougher than the trouble she runs into. That girl's a cowboy, living out her crazy dreams. Getting closer now, still learning how to love just like me. Getting closer now, still learning how to love one like me.
The doctor is in the house. His name is Doc West. Doc West Music on Facebook and Twitter. He is from Houston, Texas, and he's a real doctor, too. That's right, he's a veterinarian. He takes care of horses and stuff, and I'm not horsing around right now, though. I'm playing the best in new country music and glad to have him in the lineup. That Girl's a Cowboy. Absolutely love that one. Well, you can find this next artist at TCB Country. He's my good friend Tony Corrales with the Tony Corrales Band. TCB Country on Twitter, by the way. His latest single and the latest title of his next album is called Country Looks Good on You. On today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
It's an everyday traffic jam to a grumpy old boss man, overworked and underpaid, and the deadlines are killing you these days. Baby, I know exactly what you need, so come on home to me. Baby, slip off them high heels, business suits, slide into them wore-out blue jeans and cowboy boots. Scoot right on over next to me. It's looking like a back road tailgate shade tree. This is something I can really get used to, 'cause country sure looks good on you. It's always the same four walls and non-stop phone calls. Third cup of coffee instead of front porch sweet iced tea. Girl, it's a rat race you can't win. Let's slow things down again. Baby, slip off them high heels, business suits, slide into them wore-out blue jeans and cowboy boots. Scoot right on over next to me. It's looking like a back road tailgate shade tree. This is something I can really get used to, 'cause country sure looks good on you. Baby, slip off them high heels, business suits, slide into them wore-out blue jeans and cowboy boots. Scoot right on over next to me. It's looking like a back road tailgate shade tree. This is something I can really get used to, 'cause country sure looks good on you. Yeah, country sure looks good on you. Sure looks good on you.
If you friend us on Facebook, a kitten is born. So do it now. You don't want to be responsible for fewer fluffy, cute animals now, do you? We won't post drama about our exes. We promise. We love to throw in musical speed bumps to see if you're actually paying attention. Train wreck? Maybe. We call it variety.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Another hangover, 'cause I'm not over trying to get over you. Somewhere around sunrise, roll on to your side, 'cause it still smells like you. Stumble over the bottles that I've been drinking, fumbling the words I wish I wasn't thinking. Every goodbye's a promise, I should keep it, but you know I don't mean it. Baby, I would if I could, I'd put you on a shelf. I can't get under somebody to get over you. I pour another bullet, trigger that proves it. I'm waking up next to you. Stumble over the bottles that I've been drinking, fumbling the words I wish I wasn't thinking. Every goodbye's a promise, I should keep it, but you know I don't mean it. Baby, I would if I could. I'd put you on a shelf and never pick you up again. Baby, I would, but it's so good when it tastes like heaven, but it's hell that I'm sipping in. Another Friday night alone and I ain't sober. I see it coming and I wanna flip it over. Baby, I would if I could. I'd save you all. Another hangover, 'cause I'm not over trying to get over you. Baby, I would if I could. I'd put you on a shelf and never pick you up again. Baby, I would, but it's so good when it tastes like heaven, but it's hell that I'm sipping in. Another Friday night alone and I ain't so sober. I see it coming and I wanna flip it over. Baby, I would if I could. I'd save you all. Save you all.
That is the latest single from Leah Turner. That is called Sleep You Off. Maybe you remember Leah Turner. Several years ago, she had a great run on mainstream radio with a great tune called Take the Keys. And you can check out the video to Sleep You Off, her brand new single, on Indie Country Television right there on the homepage of our website, indiecountryradio.net. The video to this next song is also on there as well. I just added it yesterday. I added about 6 new videos yesterday, so you got to check out Indie Country Television as well. This artist is from Australia. His name is Jade Eagleson. This is called Got Your Name on It on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a Hump Day Wednesday.
There's a spot in my driveway where you can park your car. I know a place off the highway where there's a sky full of stars. It ain't far. Got a bottle of red wine, just waiting for the right night, the right girl, the right time. Sounds good, don't it? Well, it's got your name on it, if you want it. Every day I got left, every dollar in my pocket, that shotgun side of my F-150. Girl, you know I want you in it, every minute. Got a front porch seat for you, girl, if you can swing it. My start, my end, my heart, my hand. You can have it right now if you want it. It's got your name on it. Got a little space on the right side of this king-size bed, and there's 3 little words I ain't never said yet. I spell it out in a tattoo on my arm just for you, right there in plain view, so the whole world knows it. 'Cause it's got your name on it, if you want it. Every day I got left, every dollar in my pocket, that shotgun side of my F-150. Girl, you know I want you in it, every minute. Got a front porch seat for you, girl, if you can swing it. My start, my end, my heart, my hand. You can have it right now if you want it. It's got your name on it. It's got your name on it. My sun up, sundown, my forever, my right now. If you like how that sounds, you might as well own it. 'Cause it's got your name on it, if you want it. Every day I got left, every dollar in my pocket, that shotgun side of my F-150. Girl, you know I want you in it,
every minute. Got a front porch seat for you, girl, if you can swing it. My start, my end, my heart, my hand. You can have it right now if you want it. It's got your name on 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 it.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio.
Got a closet full of 100% pre-washed cotton polyester blended memories. All my favorite tees. I got this one in Boston with my old man, 2004 World Series champs. Sweet memories of him and me. I wore his Budweiser shirt my whole senior trip. Earnhardt in town, did good. Some are faded, some don't fit, but this one here, let me tell you, it ain't never been washed since the night at the lake. Since you fell asleep on my tailgate after we made love beneath the stars. Cutest little thing in an extra large. Ain't got no writings and no decals, just a red wine stain and the scent of a gal I used to love. This plain white tee says oh so much. That morning we took a walk in the field, spread out a blanket in the daffodils and watched the clouds while we dreamed out loud. And just like this one from a George Strait show, Austin in '92, they're just memories from long ago of a dream that didn't come true. It ain't never been washed since the night at the lake. Since you fell asleep on my tailgate after we made love beneath the stars. Cutest little thing in an extra large. Ain't got no writings and no decals, just a red wine stain and the scent of a gal I used to love. This plain white tee says oh so much. They're all reminders of the places I've been, but one stands out where I'd love most to go again. It ain't got no writings, no decals, just a red wine stain and the scent of a gal I used to love. This plain white tee is clearly to me said so much. Oh, so much.
His name is Austin Poole. More great country music from the state of Texas right there, and a great tune called Plain White Tee. This next artist is a good friend of mine. She is formerly from West Virginia, now made the big move to Nashville, Tennessee. My good friend, Miss Brittany Marie. This is called Galveston Drive on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Going on that old dirt road where she grew up. Daddy's in the field again, and he's got that tractor stuck. She she's glad there's just some things that never change. She turns the wheel, heads down the bank and up to that bridge. Daddy takes a handkerchief, waves and wipes his head, and she's still amazed that he works this way. His two strong hands, how she loves that man. 'Cause the sun still shines on Galveston Drive. Now my crew 158 to 159. Those little potholes, that country road, shaped her life. It's her miracle mile, Galveston Drive. Down the road there's a little church where she gave her heart away. At 9 years old and at 23, on her wedding day, the first kiss by the creek under that oak tree. The phone rings and she hears his voice. He's wondering where she's gone. She said I needed to clear my head, so I made a quick trip home. I came back to find what we left behind. In this gravel dust, I'm down here finding love. 'Cause the sun still shines on Galveston Drive. Now my crew 158 to 159. Those old potholes, that country road, shaped her life. It's her miracle mile, Galveston Drive. He said, darling, I've been thinking that you're right. So stay right where you are. I'll be there by the morning light. 'Cause the sun still shines on Galveston Drive. Now my curve 158 to 159. Those old potholes, that country road, shaped her life. It's her miracle mile, Galveston Drive. It's my miracle mile, Galveston Drive. I taste sweeter than the drink I'm drinking. And you know better than to think what you're thinking. This room, your heart, your head, your world is spinning. It's like pouring gas on a fire, it's only the beginning. I'll take you places that you ain't never been. The church and your mama won't forgive your sins. You'll be trapped in my spell once you kiss these lips. I don't play hard to get, I play hard to forget. flame only gets hotter and higher. You say it's the last time, but you know you're a liar. 'Cause when I put your hands on my body, you'll go haywire. I'll take you places that you ain't never been. The church and your mama won't forgive your sins. You'll be trapped in my spell once you kiss these lips. I don't play hard to get, I play hard to forget. As soon as you fall and think you're in love and can't get enough, I'll slip away, my number will change, leaving you only that one. I'll take you places that you ain't never been. The church and your mama won't forgive your sins. You'll be trapped in my spell once you kiss these lips. I don't play hard to get. Oh, and I'll take you places that you ain't never been. The church and your mama won't forgive your sins. You'll be trapped in my spell once you kiss these lips. I don't play hard to get, I play hard to forget. Ooh, yeah, I'm hard to forget.
She is also from Nashville, Tennessee. Her name is Jessica Nickel, J Nickel Official, if you want to find her on Twitter, and that is called Hard to Forget. Well, this show was Hard to Forget. It's a recorded podcast that we hope you play over and over again, and I want to thank Gary West for doing the radio interview today. Check him out on his website, GaryWestMusic.com. Tomorrow, I'll hit the airwaves at 9 a.m. Central Time, and I'll be talking to another great country music artist by the name of Robert Martin. He'll call in at about 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Check us out on our website, TimKellyProductions.com. Until tomorrow, I'll see you on the radio. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye now.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on, oh, I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down there